All right, maybe we'll get it again. Third time's a charm. Now my camera's okay. Now my camera's back finally. Wow, my computer hates me today. Um, they don't want me. They don't want me sharing how awesome this game is with all of you, and they don't want me to give away in-game stuff. Like it's we're being tortured. The internet people are watching. You're not allowed to have fun in your house either. All right. Well, let's see if we can at least show off one or two things today. This is like one of the most painful streams I've ever done. Of course, it's when I'm doing it for a meetup. Of course, it never fails. Although this did happen to me the other day, and I think I need to buy a cooling pad or something because if this happens the third time, I'm just gonna have to call it. So I'm gonna let everybody know now. I'm prepped, ready to go. If you if you lose me again, then I may just have to let the computer cool down for a while before I can bring it back up. And and so I'm still going to give away Steam keys, and anybody who wants to DM me in Discord, I will make sure to get you a Steam key, and then for all of you who are playing along with me today and dealing with my technical difficulties, you are all going to get entered into the uh, the giveaway for GFC. And I'm giving away several different lots of 6,000 GFC each. So just to just as a little reminder here, like, well, how much is 6,000 GFC? It's actually $60, right? So there's 6,500. You get a little bonus when you buy. Um, and yeah, so Steam keys giveaway, right? So if you want to play the game, get the game for free. It's usually $9.99, and then free in-game credits to start, you know, doing stuff. And I've been working on a little bit of a business model to get people into the game that I can help them out too. So if you're interested in wanting to help speed up your gameplay, right, then let's do that. Let's get you in the system, or get you in the universe and get you playing. Okay, so we went to the other station, we docked, and then we overheated and shut down, right? Um, we'll trade them for a Voyager. Uh, Trade them for an ST Voyager. Yeah, the Star Trek ones. Um, all right, you can trade 3,000 GFC for toilet paper. I'll trade an ST Voyager for it. Oh my God. Okay, this is the best. Um, so this was the one that we wanted to complete. So we drop these off. We don't really have to do anything once we put it on our ship and we show up. We just tell them that we did it. We say thank you very much. Keeping our social distancing and space through the airlock, and then this went up a little bit, right? So perfect. And then the numbers next to the missions are kind of the difficulty levels. They go all the way up to 50 right now, and they start all the way down here at 1. These are just purchasing of trilite concentrated fuel, which is what you need in order to hop around the galaxy in a quicker way, right? So, and these trilite concentrate fuel (TCF) can be crafted, which people do. So, um, manufacturing is how you would do that. And as you can see, I have one item here that I've mastered. So, what does that mean? Well, um, we will go into manufacturing in a minute, but I'm going to show you um, workshops. All right, so workshops. So, for instance, we have resources that we've mined out in space in our ship. So here we have some peridot ore. All right, let's finish up. We can't finish that one. Let's see, we have anything finished here? Okay, cool. So we created some crystal aluminum rods for a component that we're manufacturing. So crystal aluminum rods, we created this much, see, and it has this what's a gal E value, which is basically just a dollar amount that's associated based on the market value of what's in the marketplace and what's on the other markets that are outside of the game, and it gives you a basic price. Now, the game is new, we're still in alpha, and so these prices sometimes are either suppressed or greatly exaggerated and can cause some disparities in what you think you might actually be getting. So we have all these different components that we've created. Excuse me, and ore. So we're going to take some of this ore and we're going to refine it into a refined peridot. And so we're going to take some of this and let's just take like, I don't know, 240,000 of them, which is a lot. This is a lot. And it's going to take 20 hours and 15 minutes to refine from peridot ore to peridot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and confirm that. And sometimes it does that. I'm not sure why. Let's try this again. I don't know why it says that. It does this from time to time. There's little bugs, right? We're still in alpha. So let's try. Let's try this again. Let's take this and just put 200. 200,000. Okay. And confirm. And keep our fingers crossed. And it's throwing another error. I don't know why. Okay, let's try something else. So let's take some cobalt, which we know we want to create. Let's see. I want to create some cobalt sheets. So let's take 600 of these. And it takes about a day to take 600 refined cobalt and turn it into cobalt sheets. So there's different steps, right? So you have the refined ore that you pull right out of the asteroids, and we're going to show you how to mine. And then you refine the ore, and then you take that and you turn that into more refined components, and then you can turn those into things for ships or other modules. So let's just go ahead and confirm that, because we always need to be making cobalt sheets, and we have a success. Okay, so great success. I think the big success is that we haven't overheated yet, but I'm expecting in the next 5 to 10 minutes that'll probably happen. Fingers crossed, everybody, fingers crossed. Okay, so that's refining. We got a couple more we could finish off here, but for right now, that's basically what we're gonna do with these. What we are gonna do is look at the manufacturing. So this costs 1 million GRP to buy a facility here, right? And that's something we've been thinking about doing, but we may not do it at this particular moment in time. So the item that we do have here, though, we could create is the B.B Alpha Core number 26. This is a power core. It's used on basically all ships and in any refinery slots that you open or have. And then it requires these components, right? So you need to have all 4 of these components ready to go in order to create this thing. And then, as you can see, this has a value of $4.21, at least in game, somewhere, right? So it could be more, it could be a little bit less, but now you know that I can create these, and you can create 10 of them at a time if you have all the right components, and I have them at another station. So, so there you go, right there, right? You can collect these items, you can deconstruct them. So let's take a look at our loadout and see if there's anything in here. Okay, so that's all pretty much ore over there. So here's a mining beam down here called an astral galtride borer. So here's the details of this. Crystal aluminum rods, pyrite shards, steel sheets, liquid pyrite, right? And it tells you how much. And then you go, okay, well, what's in a crystal aluminum rod? So then you can click on that. All right, and it'll take you into the marketplace, into the items catalog, and it'll break you down and tell you how many aluminum sheets and how many pyrite shards you need and what ratios to create one crystal aluminum rod. And then there's a value, and then it tells you how many are actually in the universe. So now you can start to see like why this is cool, because other games, nobody knows how many of these things exist or what the rarity really is. So you have provable rarity, right? So of certain different things. So, and then you can buy and sell those things, which in other games you can't do that. Like you sunk costs into a game buying skins or components or something, and then when you're bored of that game or you're over it, it's done. You're just gone. The costs are sunk. I mean, you could always start back up and play again, but you can't like exit the game and sell a bunch of your stuff and then move on to another game. So all the stuff I have in this game, if I added it all up and tried to sell it to somebody, right, like I could definitely make a couple $100 out of all of the stuff, or Ethereum. Some of my ships are pretty expensive. So my plan is to create more mining ships, mine more ore, refine more ore, and keep building more components and ships, and then selling those items as we progress, and also building, maybe a small team of miners who want to do this as a part-time way to make some side income while they're playing a game. So this is kind of where the fun really comes in, right? So still want to give away some GFC today. So I'm gonna need to take a look here. We've got 5 people in the D Live chat, and I need to do a little roll call. So if you're paying attention and you're in the chat still, go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hit enter. That way I'll know that you're still here and you're paying attention, and I will put you into the giveaway for GFC. So, all right. So let's undock here. We got 2 people paying attention still. Yeah, boy. Super Perfecto and Assis SD. All right. We're going to undock, and we're going to show you what some mining looks like. We're not going to move around to a bunch of stations or go to a bunch of different places today, but we are going to do a little bit of mining so you can see what it looks like. So let's pick an asteroid field. Oh, there's one right behind Mars. That's just great. So let's go that way. You can see what Mars looks like. So we're going to slipstream, and you got these buttons down here in the corner. You got slipstream, you got all stop, and you got manual. These are kind of your buttons and controls for traveling. So if you were to hit the blue slipstream button, it would automatically hit you into slipstream speed. Slipstream is your ability to go faster than the speed of light within a system. So all ships have a base sublight speed or a base slipstream speed, and you can add modules to increase that or decrease that. And well, I don't know why you'd want to decrease it, but you can add modules to increase it, and then you can essentially make it go more than 100%, right? So maybe my slipstream speed is actually this, but all of your abilities in this game allow you to crank it up 50% more on top of whatever you have. So my engine speed, my offensive speeds, and my defense or my offensive attack capabilities and my defense capabilities. I can increase all of these to 150. Now, the only times where, oh, there goes Mars. Let's do a lap around. Let's do a lap around Mars. So let's switch into manual mode here. And, and let's go around the other side of the planet so we can see we're on the dark side of the Mars right now, on the back side. There's some asteroids. We'll mine those in a second. We got three folks still in the meetup, hanging out. There's 5 people total in the chat, so all right, there we go. See, look how much green there is on Mars. I swear the detail has gotten even better than the last time I looked at it. I don't remember seeing impact craters when I flew by this last time. But I mean, look, that's cool, right? There's water on Mars now. I'm ready to go. Sign me up. Graphics are really good. When we first started playing this game, you used to be able to fly right through through planets. You could be like, hey, well, I want to see what's the inside of Jupiter look like. Ta-da! You just fly right through it. Oh yeah, this has gotten way, way more detailed. That's cool. You can drop the user interface out of there. You can take screenshots, right? So, okay, so let's go ahead and look at this little asteroid field over here. So, a couple things you need when you're mining is we're in a field, we're in a universe that doesn't allow PvP. So there's no player versus player action here. So I'm not too terribly worried, but we're gonna scan. Ew, even these asteroids changed. The asteroids used to be like big and lumpy, and these are like sharp and pointy. I don't think I've even seen this, huh? Superfecto, to answer your question, my laptop is pretty beefy, has a graphics card for VR, and I think only reason that it overheats is because I'm running like way more things than I should. That being said, yeah, you might need a more powerful PC or laptop. Over here on the left, you have your logs. You have a chat, and there's people you can chat with. This net tells you how many people are in the solar system, and then here's your logs. You have a combat log, so if you're getting attacked, and then you have a mining log. And so when I scan, it lights up all of these, and it says, "Hey, resources are detected," right? So then I'm gonna pull up my mining beam or mining beams, right? And I'm gonna click on asteroids, and light up a couple of these. and then it tells you, right? It starts mining, and then it gives you a value associated to that, right? So when you're in core, um, oh, looks like I got some company. Looks like I got these little attack drones came out trying to trying to mess with me. So, oh, so cute, little guy. Uh, 2,000 damage, huh? Or 2,000 shields. Yeah, you guys are gonna get blasted. All right, then we're gonna turn the beam on, and boom, that guy's gone. And wait for this one to come back, and we'll attack him with our concentrated neutron beam. It's more like a little gnat than anything, right? But you can see you got iron, you got some tourmaline, you got some pyrite. Oh, and this guy dropped a little container, so we can scan it, and looks like we got a titanium sheet. So then we can loot it, right? And it'll expire in 3 hours, so it's not like you can just go and come back and pick it up later. Um, but that is, so you would collect a bunch of ore, right? And you have your inventory, so you can see all the things that are on your ship and how much your inventory is, right? And then you would take it back to a station where you either have a workshop or where there's public workshops, and you would refine it, keep refining it, right? And then you can either you can sell it. You can sell the ore, right, directly. So we can go directly to the marketplace, and we can go and then we can go resources processed. So this would be um, all the different refined ore types. So we had a refined cobalt before. So here's some refined cobalt, and here's people selling it for GFC and GRP. Right? And you have selling contracts, you have buying contracts. So even if you went out and you mined a bunch of what you would consider crap, you're like, this is garbage, or I don't want to mine it. Somebody is going to want it because whatever they're crafting, so we go into an items catalog, right? So here is the ship that I'm using. It's a harvester, right? This yellow guy right here. Here is the amount of components that it's needed to create another one of these ships, which I plan on doing in the future over time, but it's going to be time consuming. So for instance, this outer hull, you need 128 of them, and right now in universe there's only 1900 of them. So there's not even, right, here we go. Sometimes the back doesn't work real great. 128 and there's 1900 of them. So there's not really even enough to make like more than 20 ships right now, right? So some of these components are very difficult to come by. Trilite neoplasma core. Not a lot of trilite, and like for instance, this is 28 cents per, right? And there's 2 required. So just thinking about, you need 28 cents times 2 times 1,000. So that is going to be a very expensive item. Why does it say 79 cents? Probably because there hasn't really been an actual sale of one of these things, and it's just kind of combining these 2 items, right? So it's combining the value of this and the value of this, and no one has sold any of these items. They've created some, I would imagine, right? There's 72,000 of them, but nobody's sold any of them. So if no one's sold any of them, then you don't know what the price is, so you can't add it up, and that's why the numbers are off. So that's part of it. So yes, good question about dying in your ship. So while we are in alpha, there is no permaloss, meaning you can get blown up and you can reclaim your ship no problems, right? So we don't have a whole lot on here. Maybe we should just queue jump to someplace fun. So queue jumping is something that you can do between galaxies, right? So you have a slipstream speed, which is your faster than light speed within a system. Then you have sublight speed, which is your slower than light speed travel within a system. And then you have Q jump, which allows you to travel in between systems. So here's the map of the 3D kind of structure of the universe. So there's right here's a galaxy, here's another galaxy, right? There's one way out here, right? 50 plus light years away. So um, the problem with queue jumping is one, it costs TCF, so you have to spend Trilight concentrated fuel to go to these far off distant places. And there's definitely a cost associated to that. And then once you're at some of these places, not every universe has a station. So there's only a handful of the stations or of the universes or galaxies that actually have stations in them. So if you jump to a place where there's no station, we call those fringe um, right now. And actually, some of the places that do have stations are still kind of considered fringe. So I wouldn't necessarily make that the only reason. But what happens is if you lose your ship in a place that doesn't have a station, you have to fly back to the nearest station to claim your ship. And recently they've added a functionality that allows you to head back home, because before, if you blew up and you were in, okay, so for instance, this thing is 41 RA, is 29 light years away. In my ship, if I was to just travel FTL, faster than light, which there's modules to help increase your FTL speed, it would take me almost 4.5 hours to travel from where I am now to where this is, which means I'd basically hit the button. If I didn't want to queue jump, it would take me 4.5 hours to get there. So I can jump into another ship and then run other missions and do other things, right? So if I'm in the harvester, right? So this is where the strategy starts to come in. I'm in the harvester. We go out to a location and we mine, and we mine a bunch of stuff. Well, how do we get back? Because Q jump is based on how much load you have. So the more mass, right, the more expensive it is to Q jump, which kind of makes sense if you think about the laws of physics. So, um, so let's Q jump. Let's Q jump someplace. Let's go random and boom. 70 Ophiuchi. Oh, that sounds cute. Okay. I don't think I've ever been here. So this would take 2.5 hours to travel to normally in the ship that I'm in. But we're going to queue jump. So let's see. It's going to cost 5,000 TCF or a little over 2 canisters. So here's up here in the top, this colored bar is your Trilight concentrated fuel meter, and it ends about right here. And it's probably about, what, 3/4 of the way full right now. If we go into our profile, we can see here, okay, here's our Trilight fuel as it is. So we have, every time you use a canister, it's got 2,000 Trilight concentrated fuel in it, and we have 1,400 left. Right? So yeah, we used about a quarter of one canister already. Okay, so let's make the jump. All right, so this will get going. So it's going to check the launching sequence, and here we go. Boom. And now we are going in FTL. That's weird. I'm not hearing any game sounds. Okay, we have arrived. Almost. Yeah. According to this thing, we have. Okay. And we come out of out of Q jump. Ta-da! All right, and then we have a cool jump, a cooling downtime of about 8 more minutes. So we gotta wait 8 more minutes before we can Q jump again, and we are really out in the middle of nowhere here, aren't we? Okay. There's no stations, and there's no jump gates. So there are jump gates, which we will jump back to in a minute. Let's see here. Let's stars, planets, stations, jump gates, resources. Okay, resource beacons. Let's get the map. Okay, here we are. Let's make a little note here. I always like to make little notes about where we show up when we come on the map. Q jump spawn, Q jump entry point. Okay, save. Awesome. All right. Let's just go to the, let's see, the closest one. This one looks close. And let's slipstream. So let's go over that one. So this is like part of the exploration of the game, right? So we can check. We are the only one in this system right now. So that is good for two things. One, we don't have to worry about pirates because there are pirates, and the pirates will mess you up because they are players. And there are systems that are PvP, and this is a PvP place. So that means if I was cruising around and I ran into somebody, if they wanted to, they could basically blow me up and take all my stuff, which would suck. But it's still doable. It's definitely still doable. And I wonder why. Okay, let's check this. Let's check. Maybe we can get options audio. Oh, I didn't turn on the music. That's interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll just leave it like that. All right, 19 seconds to go. This is good. Let's check the buy and sell of resources for fuel. I always check the fuel prices. All right, so the game manufacturers sell them at 20 cents a piece. And you can see there's a whole bunch, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, all the way down to 7. This is less than 50% the cost of what the game sells you. So let's switch over to manual mode. Let's turn on our shields. All right, so these are the asteroids I'm not used to looking at. Now there's different things that you can. Oh, that's not a mining beam. All right, so we're just flying around, we're mining stuff. Take a look at what we got here. There's we're looking for concentrations of raw, rare ore types. So there's ice over there. The ice is an ore type. And there's also different types of gases. So there are like hydrogen, helium, and neon, I believe, are the three gas types, right? And I don't think we really have. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look back over here and see what this is. It's lit up kind of green. We're looking for these to. No, I'm looking for them to shine extra bright, and you'll know it when you see it. Like that. That glowed extra bright. All right. We're also looking for a good color. So, Diddy Pop making it drip diamonds. Thanks for stopping by, Diddy Pop, to the stream. Thanks for thanks for tipping me. Appreciate it. This the stream is turning out to be salvageable, I guess, comparatively speaking, since we lost the stream twice due to overheating of the laptop. So basically what I'm doing is I'm scanning ore types. I'm looking, this is a neon gas cloud, and looks like the green one, that's a helium one, right? And so that one glowed pretty brightly. So we'll just hit this with a beam for a second. We'll just see what, looks like we're probably going to get pyrite out of that. That's a lot of pyrite, right? So that's a pretty good amount. So that's kind of basically what people's missions and goals are when they are out searching for ore types. They're looking for concentrations, so where they can maximize their time while they're mining to get the most of a certain type of resource. And then what you're really hoping for is to kind of jackpot into a mother lode of something more valuable than a common or an uncommon type of ore. So, and those are all listed in gameplay resources that are available, and you can find out like, okay, well, what's a rare type, what's non-rare type, right? What are common, what's uncommon, how do I know what I'm looking for, right? And some of these fields are really big, and some of them are really dense, some of them are really sparse. Some of them have attack drones that show up like right away. So you never really know what you're going to get when you show up to one of these areas, right? There's some more ice, which we actually need to mine some ice. We need some more of that for some of the components that we're building. But the cool thing is, right, there's guilds, there are people who come together to, craft items and help each other out. So you can kind of focus on one area or one thing that you want to work on, and let other people do the same thing, that it's complementary to what it is that you're doing. All right. All right. So nothing super sexy about this asteroid field. So that's great. So our Q jump is almost done, and we could probably head back. And I would say that the next thing we should look at is, let's see, ships, home station. We got. I wanted something to show up and attack me out here, so you could see what happens if you get blown up. So let's go park over here for a second. Wait for our Q jump to cool down so we can get out of here. And while we do that, we'll mine this ice cube over here. We don't really have any ice mining beams because we were looking for ore, but we do have an NL21, which is a universal beam and can mine everything. So it can mine gas, it can mine regular ores, and it can mine ice. Otherwise, you need different kinds of beams to do different kinds of mining. and it just kind of it gets very specific, excuse me, specialized as you kind of move through the game, right? So that's kind of where when I started playing, I didn't know what I wanted to do in the game, and there wasn't a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, there wasn't even missions to run yet, so you just kind of had to like meander around and figure out what was like something that you wanted to do. Most people were stocking ore and stuff, so I started to do that a little bit. Now I realize how much I actually enjoy the mining part of it because you can put your music on. It's very, it can be very relaxing, especially if no NPCs show up. NPCs are the little gnats that come out after you. Sometimes they're big dogs, like ships with lots of power, and they will just smoke you right away. And sometimes they're little gnats, like you saw the last one. And I don't know why none of them are showing up here, but that might be good to note. That I can come back and mine without being harassed out here in Fringe. However, I doubt that is actually the case. So, let's see. Um, where should we go? We should go we should go to Proxima. That's Soul. I think this is, no, that's not Proxima. Soul. Soul, Prox. That's not it either. Alright, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Other side. Proxima Centauri. Q jump. Yes, please. 3 fuel canisters. Oh, it's just because we're almost out of that one. So it's about the same amount, right? So another 2 cans. And so that would be like 40 cents normally, but we got a really good deal on some of this. So it's costing us less than half of that to jump. More like 10 cents to jump. Um, and I will gladly pay 10 cents to save 2.5 hours. That's just the way I like to play. So, all right, we're gonna make this. Oh, there goes our ship. Right, boom. It tells you how long you're gonna arrive. Much rather spend 30 seconds to a minute than more than that. Oh, there we go. We're back. Sorry, my audio died for a second. I turned it off when I was coughing, and I just forgot to shut it back on. So we're back. Okay. Um, we are going to look at the manufacturing. Okay, so there's our ship, right? There's our alpha cores, and here is our workshop. So this finished yesterday. These were, looks like silver sheets. Silver turned into silver sheets. Awesome. Okay. And let's check our resources. Right. So you got blueprints left over from the ship. And then we have a tool that we've been using. We lost our browser because we had to restart. So let's see if we have any. We've got titanium. We've got silver. Silver sheets. And let's put, actually, I don't think we'll be able to manufacture anything here because we don't have enough stuff. So I think what we're going to do now is do some giveaways. Awesome. All right. So I need to get the Discord back up because I need a way to hit you guys up. So looks like I'm going to put this over here so I'm not showing it to everybody. And if you're in, I need a way to DM all of you coupons. So if you're in Discord or you have a Discord, you can please find me in Discord, and let's make sure that we get you these codes. So first one, Alpha Hyperion. I still need to open that browser because that's where they all are. Let's hope we don't lose it. Let's hope we don't lose it. Don't lose the stream, baby. Don't lose the stream. So far, third time was a charm. And let's get it. Let's get it. While we're doing this, let's show this great tool. Okay, so this is one of my favorite tools. This is the Galaxy Control tool. This has basically a lot of the things that you can find in the game, but offline. So you have a map, and it has all the gates, and you can find where you're going from and where you need to go to, right? And it will tell you, if you were not to use any jump gates, how you would get there. 1, 2, 1, 2, oh gosh, geez, 3, 4, oh, 5. I'd take 4 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot. 4 hops. 5 hops. 5 hops total. Yeah. That's that's kind of brutal. That is kind of brutal. I am the same screen name everywhere. I am always DJ Kinkle. Every place. So much for anonymity. Wait, how do you find... Wait, can you only find people that you're in servers with? No, right? You should be able to find anybody. From... No. You're welcome, Alpha Hyperion. Don't blow me up in space. I got a freebie. Nick, I can't find you in Discord. Add a friend. Let's try this. Oh, I need your 4-digit tag. That's weird. 0308. That's mine. DJ Kinkle 0308. Superfecto, are you in the Discord for CSE? What am I doing wrong? Calculation, spelling, and any spaces and numbers are correct. Crypto underscore assist number 5718. Yeah. No, I got 2 pending though. Oh, well, it worked coming that way. Oh, it's because it was capitals. Capitals are important. Boom, boom. All right, I got you two guys. So let's do this one. Why are you being so difficult? There we go. There's that one. Superfecto, did I give you a Steam key also? Do you need a Steam key? If you need a Steam key, let me know. Cryptoasis is capital C underscore capital A. All right, both the first of them are capitalized. That's why it didn't work. The code that I just sent you is for coupon for GFC of $60 worth of GFC. So let's see. In the marketplace, actually, I don't even know how do you claim that? Where do you even claim that? Cool. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't even know where you how do you collect GFC? Probably on the website. Probably in the website. So, in the game. In the store, get credits, maybe vouchers. We're getting warmer. This is buying crates. Get credits. That is a very good question. Maybe we should ask. I have no idea. All right. Weird. Weird. All right. So, um, I don't know where. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna ask. Um, all right. So 1, 2, 3. We got three. We got three of you. They got taken care of. Right. Da, 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 da. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Who else needs one? Who else needs one? All right. Very bizarre. I don't know. All right. Well, I think that's all we're gonna be able to do with that for now. All right. So, oh, you were asking about like what happens if your ship blows up. So you would go to this section called reclaim, and your ship would be sitting here, right? When you get blown up, if you have ore on your ship, you lose half of it automatically, and then you drop the other half of it right where you were. So, can be a bit of a brutal situation if you were mining and then got blown up, because then you would not be able to. It might take you a while before you could go back, and someone else could just go by and swing by and pick up all your stuff. Hey, Walter, there you are. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. I think you're the only person that's ever watched me on YouTube. um, so let's pull up our little resource sheet here. This is what we were this is what we're using to figure out the things that we want to build, right? So we needed ice and hydrogen and cobalt and aluminum. We did those already. We need the ice still. So diamond and gold sheets and cobalt and gold sheets. I think we made some of those yesterday. And then ice and diamonds. We have to wait on that. And hydrogen, gas, and iron. So now we're gonna switch back over to our marketplace and take a look at where. Let's see. Actually, let's see here. Where'd my list go? Let's open this up again. Do a find for neoplasma fluid. So that's what we needed it for. We needed it to mix with ice, but we're out of ice. And then the other thing that we need, we don't. We do. Neoplasma fluid and titanium sheets. So we're going to check our asset locator for neoplasma under resources. Yeah, we got some here, Proxima. We got some out there, but let's see where our titanium sheets are. Titanium sheets. And they're all the way out at 36 Ursay too. All right, well, we've got some work to do of us. Let's try to see if there's anything else we can manufacture while we're out here. But that's kind of boring all in all. So I did want to show a bigger ship attack mode. So what's up, Spec Ops? Thanks for stopping by. I have never played EVE Online, but I have heard a lot of players saying that this is very, like, has similar feels to it. So, yes. I think the difference is here, though, everything has value, right? So, and everything can be constructed or deconstructed. So, do I have any items here. Okay, so let's see here. So you can deconstruct, right? And you can recover this to get blueprints, right? Which is one of the things that we're going to do. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit recover, and we're going to hit 30. You have two options. You have a 50%, and you recover resources, right? So we're going to do 30% and claim one blueprint so that we can manufacture these in the future. Okay, so what that does is it gave us a blueprint right here. And then what we can do is, because we say over here in our manufacturing, right, the known things that we have right now are these B.B alpha cores that we can create. We've deconstructed 100 of those. And now we know that every time we're going to build those, we are going to make 10 of them. And we have ships, which we haven't been able to create any of those yet. But we go back to this workshop. We go back to the loadouts, and here's our blueprint. Right click on this again, and we're going to hit consume, right? And it's going to say, hey, you're about to use this blueprint to increase your mastery level by 1 MP. Are you sure you want to? Using a blueprint will destroy this item. So you deconstructed that item, right? You got some resources for it and a blueprint, and then you're going to consume the blueprint. And then we go back to mastery, and now it's going to say you have 1 out of 100 of kindled R1 plasma shields, right? So this is kind of the steps, right, that you would take to start building items in the game, which is really cool because in all the other games I've ever played, the items that you can get in the game have been created by the game company that you can acquire, and then maybe you can sell it to somebody else, or you can transfer the items. If that's the best case scenario. Most games, like, you purchase from the company and that's it. You can't even trade it to other people. It's just a one and done. This, not only can I collect items from missions, right? So, for instance, well, these aren't really that great of examples because they're low missions, but they have modules just like this one, right? So, for instance, if I completed 100 modules that had this BL2 Iridium bolt railgun, then I would be able to have mastery of that, and then I could create them, right? And you don't have to wait till you get 100. You could start at 50, but you have a lower chance of success of creating items. Sometimes they'll just get destroyed, or you lose ore. So let's see if we can go to find. I wanna do one of these. I had. Um, let's undock. Let's go someplace where there's some big ships to battle. And I'm trying to think where would be good. 34 is or 43 beta is kind of where we want to go. There's always good stuff there. And all right, let's check the galactic view. And where do we want to go? Actually, we should probably just slipstream to someplace good. There's the super gate. Okay. So, like I said, basically everything in this game is about time and energy that you put into it. So, you can plan stuff so that, at least I would, strategically, so that, let's say I was able to do 3 or 4 things during the day, and then at the end of the day, maybe I would put my ship into FTL, because FTL might take like 4 or 8 hours, right? So if I wanted to go way out here and end up here tomorrow, right? Almost 7 hours, and I could just hit engage FTL, and boom, I would end up out there at 7 hours later. You don't really want to wait around for that, so you want to either jump into your other ship, right, or do something else. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter this gate. We're going to go to, let's go to EZ. Yeah, those T2 quivers, man, those are going to come in handy. Or these are just regular quivers. Spec Ops, are you doing T2s, right? On those, or have you already gotten up to T3s? Um, Walter, I still have Steam keys I'm giving away. If you want a Steam key to start playing, let me know. I'll hook you up. And get you some GFC credits too. Although haven't figured out exactly how. Where's the station? How to collect those vouchers yet, but so like, how much more Spec Ops is the how much more is the T2 quiver gonna get you to closer to 100? Because my setups are already at like 96, 98%. Like, I can't imagine you actually being able to get to 100, right? So, all right, let's see what missions are out here. Aha, look at that. You got your sexy male dancers ready to go. Uh, once the refining, once they edit the refining system, it will be much harder to get a higher yield. Plus 25% augmentation for T2s. Oh, that's pretty good. Um, we do need some dancers to deliver, so these are some of the higher missions. So we'll take one of these. We'll come back and pick them up because a ship doesn't, if that we're in now, doesn't do transport missions. It is a minor. So, Spec Ops, find me in Discord. I can't find you in the Discord. If you find me in the Discord, excuse me, I'll hook you up. The station needs workers. Oh, we'll accept that too when we come back. Oh, do we even have enough missions to be able to do that? Left? Looks like we did. Hey, hey, hey. I think we can even pay. We can even pay this one down right now and pick them up later so it goes away. So, see that? 450,000 come out right there. And there's not really any amazing. Ooh, we'll take on an assassin drone. Let's do it. All right. And let's go to LAC afterwards because we have. I think this is a LAC mission. Oh, let's deliver to LAC. This is do a kill mission in LAC. All right. So let's we got this one right. Station no. Missions. No, we just were there. This one. We'll take this one. I like seeing this. Okay, cool. Boom. Let's do that. Let's change our loadouts. All right, let's switch loadouts. This is nice because we have to do used to have to do this manually. And now we can save our loadout so we can just switch it and go. So now we're gonna undock. And switch over to Q jump. Oh, there goes the Star Trek D. Hey. All right. Let's see. Missions. So here we go. Diplomacy. So we're gonna hit this. And this is our location. It's not letting us want to Q jump to that. Alright, 648.75 and 344. That's weird. Let's see. 648.7. That's tab doesn't work. 34. 4. That's close enough. Okay. Where's my my Q jumps missing? All right, that happens from time to time. That's just a bug. That is a bug. But it happens. That's what alpha's about, right? Yeah, I can't figure out where they actually can be redeemed either. So there's got to be a way to do it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given them to me to hand out. Excuse me. I'll ask Ruby from Lucid Site how to redeem those and get you guys that information so you guys can collect those vouchers. Walter, if you're on Discord, find me on Discord. DJ Kinkle 0308. Come on, CSC. Hope you guys have been enjoying this this demo. All right, and I hope you guys are having a good evening in general. You know, it's Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night. All right. We want to Q jump to this mission. Oh, come on. Oh, see, look. Our Q jump is back, but it disappeared for a while, and so we lost all of that refresh, or that cooldown time. That's annoying. I don't know why it's still at 6.5 minutes. That's definitely a bug. I had a bug happen to me the other day. I took a clip of it. I should pull it up. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, let's see. I was outside of the station. Let's see, today is... Where's the most recent video of that? 7 minutes. Oh, that's why I wanted to pull up this video. So where did that go? Where did you go? It's not in the folder that I thought it was supposed to be. Let's check this real quick. Settings. Oh, that's weird. It's all going in there, huh? Okay. Videos. Oh, that's weird. Ooh, we're almost there. Is it this one? 324. I think it's this one. Let's check this one. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to record this real quick because I found this crazy bug and I thought it'd be cool to show you. So, if you notice, it looks normal. I'm outside of my station. No user interface though. Except, how do I have all of this stuff that I would normally have if I was docked at a station? That's interesting, right? So, loadouts. Whoa, okay. Like I was in the station. And then I hit the close button. Boom. I'm outside of the station instead of inside the station. Now check this out. What is that? Is that the some sort of like generator that creates my ship in space and knows where it is, like a marker? Is that some sort of docking port? Like, what is going on? Is that my placeholder? What is that? And it's below me. So weird, right? There's the sun. There's the station. What is that? And how did I get this? I could still get, look at this, I'm getting the market overlay. I get workshop overlay. Right? I think that I would normally have if I was docked at a station. That's interesting, right? So, loadouts. Whoa, okay. Like I was in the station. And then I hit the close button. Boom. I'm outside of the station instead of inside the station. Now check this out. What is that? Is that the, some sort of like generator that creates my ship in space and knows where it is, like a marker? Is that some sort of docking port? Like, what is going on? Is that my placeholder? What is that? And it's below me. So weird, right? There's the sun. There's the station. What is that? And how did I get this? I could still get, look at this, I'm getting the market overlay. I get workshop overlay. Right? Then go to loadouts. And I hit close. What is going on? I should be inside the station. Anyway, I thought that was cool. I'm always finding weird bugs and I should be a QA tester. How the hell did that happen? What the hell is that? I don't know. But we're always finding cool stuff in this game. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye. super freaky, right? Weird. Just weird. Very, very weird. So, all right. Let's pull up. Oh, that's not what we wanted. We wanted to pull up this again. If any of you are interested in using this tool, I got 2 minutes. Okay, 2-minute demo. All right. It is not perfect by any means, nor is it exactly 100% what I want it to do. But for not having any actual developer skills, I would actually like to turn this into a developer product, or use donate this concept to Galaxy Control, because actually this is all my stuff. So let me close. Let me move this out of here. Let me see if we can get the other one open. Let's see. Is it not gonna let me open my last window? Oh crap, that sucks. Let me see. Do I still have that Windows? I do. I do. No, that's not it. This one. All right. This tool. Okay. So, let's say you're a new player, right? You've mined a few things. You've maybe refined a few things. You have stuff kind of all over the place, right? But you want to start building some ships. So, what you can do is you can take this tool, and you can say, okay, you can lock it on any one of these items, right? So let's say you wanted this one, you go up to View, here's freeze up to row 26, and then it freezes that down there. And then what you would do is find, and you would type in, what's the thing that you're looking for? Heliplas. That's close enough, right? Of course, it's going to find it there because that's part of the sheet. But now it's going to actually find it in this lower section. And if you're like, well, that's such a small window to look at, right? Well, you can always hide. You right click, hide these rows, right? Boom. So now you've gotten rid of all the things that you don't really want to see. Oh, I did that wrong because oh crap. Turn on our shields. We're getting attacked. We showed up where we wanted to be. We got the assassin drone on our butt. And we better get out of there before we get blasted. Alright. Oh, hey. Nice to see you. Let's target lock him. And then let's do my favorite thing to do, which is to look at the ship. And see ourselves from over there. Watch our distances up here. And know that we're in manual, so we know what we're doing. Keep an eye on it. Just fly this guy in circles. Oh, look at that. We're just attacking him. He's firing back. Our shields are holding up. We're gonna crank up the defense on our shields. We gotta watch our energy. That's our energy over here. Alright. Let's switch back to look at my ship. Alright. There we go. Oh, must have gone out of range. So let's get this guy again. He is wailing on us, but we are doing the damage. He's got about 30,000 left. Oh, his shields just came back up. We'll take those down here in a second. Why we keep losing distance on that photonic cannon, apparently. But it looks good. This game has been in alpha since May of last year. If you've ever played Fleet Commander, this is like the cool version of Fleet Commander, which, you know, we haven't seen any of them because I don't really own any of them. I should probably go and see if I can pop up outside of like Soul Gate. All right, so we just finished that mission, right? That's great. We finished. It's gonna take us like 7 minutes to get back, or longer. So we probably need to just actually. Oh, we need to go to LAC 87. That's where we said we were going to go to turn this mission in. So, but yes, this game has been around since like May, I believe. That was when like pre-alpha even started. And then we've got, you know, eventually we're going to be at mobile. Mobile is where they want to be, I think, by the end of next year. Oh, we got some loot too. Got that loot? Where's that loot? Oh, there it is. Let's scan it. We'll take the Nicorite polycrystal. Anything that we don't have to create, we will do. We got a bonus. We got the mission, and we got the assassin drone. Done, done, and done. All right. So you can see here. I had the logs closed, but you can see here. Had the logs. Got the drone dealing damage. You got me dealing damage, and then you got a value of the ship and the ship destroyed. So let's see here. There's chats. Is anybody else here? There's 2 people out here. There's 2 people here today. Let's check for jump gates. Super gate. So right now, the other great reason about this game is none of the gates cost anything to jump. You don't need Trilite fuel to use the gates right now. So you just use them. So it makes running missions really easy, which is why that other tool that I showed you, the Galaxy Control with the map and all of that stuff, right? Because that is what you're going to need eventually, because you're probably not going to want to spend the money to jump, but you might, right? I mean, maybe instead of doing like this one was 1, 2, jump, 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 5 jumps, 5 gates, right? But maybe you just spend a little bit of TCF and you go from JG244 to Procyon. I think this is supposed to be JI. Either way, maybe you just jump from here to here instead of having to bounce around 5 gates or 4 gates, and then you use this gate to go all the way out to EQ, right? And I think, you know, I'd rather spend, you know, whatever it is, maybe 2 canisters, 1 canister to jump this jump, than to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Like, that's no. It's gonna be, you got to figure out what is an efficient time for you. All right, Q jump time is done. Oh, I like this too. You can put little notes. So it looks like we've been here already. Cobalt rich. If we needed to pick up some cobalt, that might be a place to go. So Proxima jump gate, Soul jump gate, LAC 93 jump gate. So you can see there's not jump gates for every place. But there is usually a super jump gate, which you can then use to get to multiple other, um, or pretty much any of the other super jump gate systems. And it's not going to show up there. So the super gate, Q jump. And I really like using Q jumps in the system to get around because it can take. I have a lot of slipstream speed, but Sol is actually one of the biggest biggest station or biggest galaxies, and it can take you easily. Like when I first started playing, it would take me 15 or 20 minutes just to get from one side of the station, one side of the galaxy to the other side of the galaxy, and I was like, man, I never really have to even leave Sol. All right, to stay busy, and you're gonna spend probably most of your time in Sol when you start as a new player because you need to build up ships so you can start doing different types of missions, right? Some ships don't have very good amounts of ore capacity or just capacity in general, right? So it's hard to do transport missions if you can't fit everything in your cargo hold. Yes, please. Yeah, in some of the in-system gates are like the gate from 43 to Lac Mammoth Station here, right? So it's about a 5 minute. Um, it's a 5 minute journey, or six. It's a 6 minute journey, and I'm going 17 times the speed of light. That would probably take me 10 to 15. Probably take me 15 minutes to get there if I didn't want to spend the TCF. So they're still working on the mechanics of the game because originally TCF was the only way that you could only really get it from in the game, right? So, but now people have mined it. Uh, there's a big trilite concentrated field that a bunch of people found. I did not get, did not get the tip, but that's all right. Everything comes around. But there was so much trilite that was created. Now people are dumping it in the market at more than half the cost. So I have a feeling that messed a little bit with the plan of the game designers as far as how they were going to generate revenue over time. And they didn't expect this flood to happen right now because they still expect people to be able to buy TCF from them instead of the marketplace for drastically reduced costs. So now I'm thinking about buying as much TCF as I can in the moment because eventually it's going to get more expensive and it'll be harder to come by. And the more I play, I'm pretty sure the more I'm going to want to use it. So I already use it quite a bit. And I don't see that really slowing down much. So we still got another minute. So let's go back to TCF is trilite concentrated fuel. Trilite concentrated fuel is what you need to do Q jumps in the game. So there's three kinds of movement, and I guess I can just leave this on right here. So I explained this earlier, but it's good for you to hear it, Walter, especially if you're interested. So you have slipstream, which is what we're in now. Our ship is purple, right? We're in slipstream, and actually this is really low. We tank this up a little bit because we don't have our slipstream modules on here. We have our fighting set up right now, and so your engines, right? You have your engines in the green down here, so you can always max out 150%. So you have three kinds of movement. You have sublight, slipstream, and then there was another one for Q jump. Right, our Q jump is still cooling, so it's not an option right now. Q jump is what you use to you use Tri-Light concentrated fuel to jump in between systems, or within systems that where you just show up where you want. You pick 2 spots and you go. Whoa, 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 hey, where are we going? Where are you going, buddy? Slow down. Okay. So, oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose our ability to see that screen. You can't. That's one thing I do hope that they add. I hope that they add the ability to look at the galactic maps while you're inside of the station, so you can plan where you're gonna go and what trip you're gonna take next, and do the math, calculate how much it costs to maybe go, or how much time it would take to get there if you went, if you had to travel around, because you can't do that once you're in the station. So that video I showed you earlier, this is what I was saying. So you went from loadouts, and I hit close, and instead of ending up here back inside the station, right? There's the outside view to the station there. I was just outside the station with like not that. There was something else there, right? So it's very weird. Definitely some weird bug. Okay, so let's collect this mission. Oh, there's some more sexy dancers. Now, supposedly there's female dancers in this game too, but I don't think they've been actually introduced yet. So, our missions. This one. Boom. Boom, boom. Done and done. Let's see. Station needs workers. Station dancers to move. On the hunt. Sometimes you'll get missions where you can complete them in the same place. Okay. So this is to go to Majoris, and you got to kill 9 of those guys. No, thank you. 2 different radars for delivery of 346 million, but I only have an ore capacity of 305 million, so I can't do this unless I take 2 trips. So I will not be doing this one, but it says it going because it's like, hey, head back home, go back to your home station, right? And get 2 radars, which is pretty good, actually, pretty good deal. But you can see, like, now you can get modules, you can get GRP, which is the in-game currency that you can't buy, you can only earn. And then there's the GFC, which I have some mods or some vouchers for those to give away, so you can actually buy some stuff in the game and get started. So, oh, that's one of the things I didn't even talk about. So we didn't even talk about like the store or all the things that you can do still from the panel. So now you can send items and GFC or GRP to people in the game. All right. There you go. Let's go to my profile. So you can go to crates and you can buy crates directly from in the game. So crates are like packs, right? So so you can buy different packs. So these are Series 3 transport crates. This is 1800 GFC, which is essentially $18. Right? So here's some Series 3 premium crates. And we have some in our inventory. So Series 1 founder crates. Let's see. Mining crates. We've been doing some mining. These are $18 a piece. And we bought a bunch of stuff yesterday. So I think right. So here's your starter packs, right? So $9.99. All right, $30 gets you some more stuff, and here's the adventure starter pack, right? So we're giving you basically enough GFC to get into the game and get some mining beams, some lasers, a missile launcher, some shields, a couple power cores, and an ore scanner for $60, right? And a ship, right? I mean, this is a good deal. So if you're interested, right, this is maybe where you want to go. Buying crates and rolling stuff in crates is difficult. But here's some $3 crates. All right, there's $3 crates in every round. There's $18 crates in every round. There's premium crates in every series. There was a series they did Star Trek. They had a deal with the people who run Star Trek now. I don't know if it's CBS still or who owns the rights, but they got the rights to Star Trek, and there are Star Trek ships in the game. So we saw an Enterprise D a little bit outside of that one station, and let's see if we go to Marketplace. We can go to the item catalog and we can go Starships and Star Trek. So there's the Rotoran, which is this really small. You can't even see these. It's probably better to do it through the the online catalog, which is right here. All right, so it even starts with ships. So boom. So here's your ships, all your details, right? Let's look for the Enterprise. So they had two. They had the old original Star Trek Enterprise, right? And then the new Star Trek Enterprise. This ship in on OpenSea is like 5 Ethereum right now, right? And you could buy crates for like $24, I think they were $23. Maybe they're the 20 or $25. Excuse me. So let's see. Enterprise. And let's see. So the Enterprise D, right? 5.3. The other ones, there's more slots on this ship, so you can put more stuff on it. It's got a huge ore capacity of like 720 million. This one not so much. So this one is still cool if you're into Star Trek, right? And in every Star Trek crate there was at least one ship. So that's why you see a lot of these Rio Grandes Star Trek ship that essentially is kind of not worth much because they were the common that you got in every pack that you opened. If you didn't get a cool ship, which I have a lot of these, but I still actually have some Star Trek crates that I haven't opened. So I think tonight will be the night. I think we're gonna open a Star Trek crate on stream right now. There's 5 of you on stream, so you guys get a little treat. You get to watch. I've been saving these. I've had these since like September. I'm probably gonna sell some of them at the end because there's little chance that I would probably actually win something in any of these crates. There was a time where people were kind of gaming the system and could tell what were in crates because of the NFTs would then populate separately. So you could buy a crate and then you could see if the NFT list changed and you would be like, oh, there was a ship in that one. And then the rest of them you could like, get rid of, sell, or do whatever. You can't really sell them as they are now, but I had 8 left. I opened one I think last month, so I opened one on my birthday in end of December, and I'm just kind of like enjoying these every once in a while. So here we go. Yes, let's open one. Fingers crossed. Come on, let's go. Jackpot. I would take anything other than a Rio Grande. That would be amazing. Come on. Oh, Rio Grande. Ooh, deflector shields though. Those are good. These are good 2x2s. This is probably the best thing we got on here. These are very useful. You can't craft any of the Star Trek items. So any of the Star Trek items probably over time will go up in value if they maintain their usefulness, I guess. But let's see this. This beam only does 87 damage a second. So not great as far as some of the weapons go. The impulse drives are actually pretty good. They're nice 1-1s that give you good sublight movement speed, so 1.5 times your movement boost. And let's see, I don't even remember what phaser banks do, but as a 1.1, see, it's only 115 damage, and that's a 225 weapon range, so not anything to write home about. But now you've seen what it looks like to open some crates. So we've got like a lot of different kind of moving pieces, right? You can start to, I would suggest playing the game, figuring out like what you enjoy about it after you've been playing for a while, because you're not gonna be able to do everything that you want to do, and you're gonna watch other people stream, and you're gonna pick up some of the things that they're doing, and you're gonna join the Discord, and you'll be chatting with people in the Discord about X, Y, and Z, and trying to figure out like what's good, what's not good, like what you should be doing, and um, and so I really want to try to make sure that people have some help with being able to get the ability to start running transport missions for let's say colonists, or like I really don't like doing the prisoner ones because they're, unless you just are starting out from scratch by yourself. But the faster you can start to do the like the dancer mission, right? Like these guys, right? Where look, it costs 90,000 GRP to get 3 dancers, and it took me a while to get up there, right? And it's kind of like you hit these plateaus where you're like trucking along, you're not really getting anything, and then you kind of, oh, I got a couple 100,000, and you're like, cool, and you can start doing missions, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like, you stay there, and then whew, then you're like up again, and you're like, okay, now I'm like at 1 million, and then you kind of truck along, up and down, and then boom, all of a sudden I ended up at 10 million, right? Um, but this is kind of, I didn't really start running missions except for like the last couple months. So I would say I went from like almost no GRP to, um, several hundred, to 10 million over like a 3 to 4 month period. And I think if I had the ability to transport workers or people, personnel as they call them, right, earlier, then I think I would have been able to get up to a higher GRP faster and started doing more and better missions. So I'm definitely want to help new players out. So I'm actually building a model, a business model around recruiting new players, helping them out, and getting them to pay me back through mining. So giving them some modules to help them be able to complete some of those transport missions initially, right? I think that's some really big stuff. So let's see. Is there anything good here? I think that's pretty much it, right? All right, so now let's check their workshop that we got going, because this is where we were dropping stuff off when we were mining. It looks like this one's got it's got some time still to go. 3 days. That was for iron. 3.5 more days. right? So this game does take time. It's just like you just don't just like jump in and play and you're like you're there. Like you definitely kind of build your home in the universe, and I definitely wanted to get established more before the game got into a perma-loss situation, and definitely was going to get more and more difficult as time goes on. So I figured if I could get a leg up now, and those quivers they were talking about, um, it's definitely part of my setup. So yeah, could definitely be interested in those. I got some more room too, right? That's a pretty good setup for 98% with room to spare. Um, so so yeah, new players who are interested, I'm working on a model to get you guys into the game faster and up to speed. So let's see. So we're not going to be doing anything here, and I don't think we have any manufacturing here, right? Nope. So let's let's change our loadout so we can get back into Q jump. Q jump, Q jump, Q jump, Q jump. FTL and Q jump. No, I think we just go mining exploration. And we need to go get our ice. We bought some ice beams last night because we don't have any ice beams. And we were running out of ice. We needed ice. And instead of just buying ice, I decided I'd buy a couple of 1x1s and just see how that goes. Because I can always use the NL21 even though it's slow. So let's... We got plenty of Q jump. And FTL speed. So I think we're going to FTL home in this one. And we're going to pick up our Horizon and jump in our Horizon, which is our transport ship. I also have two oases that I would be interested in also letting players borrow to run missions in because it's so much faster to do. So I'm definitely, they're just sitting. So I only really use two ships most of the time. I'm usually in this one because it's a first fleet ship. So, oh, that's a good thing to bring up is the different types of ships. So let's jump back to Seoul. Actually, we need to go to Proxima again. That's where our ice beam was. Take an hour and 47 minutes, which is great because we haven't had dinner tonight. And we're probably going to wrap this up here in about 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll get this guy into FTL. We'll come back after that later tonight and pick up some ice beams. And let's head into FTL. And then let's open the ship catalog again here. Let's wait till we get to FTL because it'll probably turn the noise down. I don't know why this is so loud, why it does that, but it does. Alright, so you can essentially, right, travel between systems, and if you can't Q jump because you don't have Q jump, then maybe you need some more, you need a couple of ships. Excuse me, because what I would do is have many ships in FTL, and when you once you were in FTL, you just had to stick in your ship and you just come back in 2 hours. That was it. There was nothing you could do, even though you had like an army full of ships back at your station, right? So now what you can do is boom, you hop back into you go into FTL, and then you can click the home button, and you can end up in your home station, and then you can pick from your list of ships that are in your home station, which is awesome. And there's also a section called FTL ships. So this is your little pod. This is like what you get when you start the game. That is as far as I can zoom in. Right. So there's two ways you can look at things here. You can go to your ship hangar, and you can pick from your ships in your ship hangar. So there's all those Rio Grandes. All right. And you can go to your FTL ship list, and you can pick from your ships that are already in FTL. So we're going to board this one. And that tells you, it gives you timer, right? So it tells you how long before you need to be back. And I stream about 3 or 4 times a week at least. I was leading up to this, I streamed almost every day for 2 weeks straight. So I'm usually on for a couple hours at a time because that's just how long it takes to go between the two ships. So on some days I'll do kill missions with the harvester and those weapons, and then some days I'll do mining, looking for that ore. Got to keep those resources coming in, right? If you want to make those modules and get those things up to and out to the marketplace, right? So let's see here. Hey, where are we at? Hey, we were just here. We were just here, which is good because we have a couple of dancer dudes that need to be picked up. And there's the station. And let's mark it. We're going to mark that spot because we came in from FTL and we spawned, and FTL entry point from easy, because that's where we were yesterday or 2 days ago. All right, there we go. I can hear the music a little bit in the background. Let's turn it up. There we go. Hey, look, it's Alpha Hyperion. Where'd he go? Alright, missions. Let's pick up our dudes and drop off our workers. Hey, wait a minute here. We got enough workers. Let's pick up our dancers. Missions. Oh, poof, you went into the station. What are you rolling around in right now, Hyperion? I want to show off your ship. Are you rolling around in Enterprise? Oh, that's an EZ. It's not here. Got it, that's why. You're in the Defiant. Ooh, nice. Alright, well, I guess we'll just pick up those guys. Yep. And then we'll go to drop these guys off and easy. maybe we should go check the Discord. So one of the great things about this game, because it's all community based, community driven. Oh, one of my backlights just dropped off. Let's see here. CSC, new player, help, which is a good one, but the mission share. Mission share is always mission share. Right, so they tell you people, no one's posted in a while, but a lot of times people will put like where they saw something, and sometimes you get freebies. So like this one was a freebie, 140 workers for 114k. So if you had enough to buy, wanted, right? So they were going to pay for this, and 140 workers usually cost you like 70. I want to say 70k. So you turn like a 45,000k profit, and when you're starting out, like to be able to flip that, that, I mean, you might have almost like added a third to your total nut. So it's pretty good. But this really helps with being able to not have to go run around all on your own and figure out where everything is. So like, you know, if you had been awake at 4:50 in the morning, between 4:50, and the thing is, these missions, they turn over every 5 hours, so you can leave yourself at a station, right? End your night, close everything down, quit. Your ship's docked at a station somewhere. You come back in the morning, all new missions, right? So that was pretty cool. So let's take a look and see if we have. So it looks like we got 2 of these guys stuck out of 43, and I think we've got some dancers on the ship. Stored in. Oh, that's stored on another ship. Oh, interesting, okay. That's on this ship. We got 15 out there. We got 15 at EZ. Right, so maybe we should just go pick those up. I don't think we have any diplomats that aren't on our ship. They're already on board. Those are the main 3: entertainers, diplomats, and dancers. Sometimes workers, but usually it's those main 3. So maybe we should just go to EZ. That's 8. This is 4. We could probably go and we need to go out there, but not in this ship. So we would have to do a drop and pick up with our other ship, which is already headed out there. No, it's headed to Proxima. So we would need to go pick these up. Let's see, loadouts. Okay, we're set with the loadout. So now Novatar, hey, asset locator. Novatar, okay, so it is 43. Alright. So we probably go to EZ and then to 43. And then we're gonna call it, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, we're gonna show, so we're gonna go, let's undock, and then we're gonna show you the ships and talk about the ship damage and what happens when you get blown up.
Undocking initiated.
All right. The other reason I like watching people stream is because they tell you they'll basically tell you what they're doing and show you what's good in the game, good places to go, or missions to go pick up.
Slipstream initiated.
It's this is one of the faster ships in the game, actually. This is the second fastest ship, base speed, and I think this next one is the Oasis, which is actually the fastest. Oh, my calendar just reminded me that um, this is an anniversary right now at 9 o'clock. This anniversary is when I first started mining Bitcoin.
Destination reached.
I just have it on there. I didn't put the date. It's with a company that's no longer in business, but they were hosting my miner for me. This was 2013. 2014. It was 2014 when I got the miner. So 6 years ago. I'm going to put this in here. 2014. I learned a very important lesson about that. I'm not mining anymore, but I like to remind myself of the mining, because I started mining with a GPU, and when you could still do that, and then all of a sudden it got really difficult, and you could no longer do it. That was 2012, and then all of 2013, I basically couldn't do it, and then I bought a miner at the end of 2013, and I didn't get delivered till 2014. I'm just glad it got delivered, because those were crazy times back then, like where people were not even delivering miners. I mean, miners were like a new thing. People manufacturing chips for the first time, like it was crazy, right? No, it was a Terra miner. It was a U.S. based company, and I wanted to purchase. I was in the U.S. I wanted to purchase something from a U.S. based company. The lesson that I learned, um, that I try to share with everybody, is
Slipstream initiated.
depending on when you buy and the price of what Bitcoin to a dollar is. I mean, it's easy for people to understand what mining is and how you can make money doing it. It seems the most simple of all the ways, but it is actually stressful, time consuming, because you're basically watching a graph and a monitor to make sure that your machine is plugged on, because if you've done your calculations and you know what your ROI is, you're basing it on almost 100% uptime. So any glitches or lower than expected hash rates, um, right, are just gonna give you a suboptimal return. And so you end up looking at the price of Bitcoin all the time. You end up looking at the hash rate all the time. Ooh, diplomats, more diplomats. It's only 3. We'll pick them up, because you never know when you're gonna need them. You never know. Did the did the Oh, we must have had a turnover. Easy must have had a turnover at like 8 o'clock or 8:30, something like that. I'll make a little note here. Let's see. AZ. Let's see. What time is? That's like 2000 to 2000 hours to plus 5 hours. So we can check and see if that was it. It might have been 8:30 or 20:30, but I don't know if they're. I mean, it doesn't mean. I mean, they might, right? Um, oh, that's why I had the miner hosted in Washington State. No, I didn't have to pay. One, I didn't have to pay taxes because I never personally accepted it. It never got delivered to me, so I never had to pay actual tax on that. And then I, for where I live here in San Diego, it would have cost almost 3 times as much. Reload. No, personnel. It would have cost 3 times as much to maintain. So I got to run it for as long as I could, and the bad thing, the real thing was, if I had invested, because I bought at I bought the miner at the top of the market. So back in November 2013, when Bitcoin hit $1,000 for the first time, I ended up hitting like 12 or 1300, right? So I put cash in, and I like right around Thanksgiving, I put $6,000, bought a miner. I got my machine, and I mined like, I don't know, eight Bitcoins. I think that's what it ended up being, the total, right? And I got what I thought I would get on breaking even, but you know what the price of Bitcoin was then? It dropped and dropped and dropped, right? Because it was after the spike, right? So I could have got like 5 times as much had I just waited, let the price crash back down after the spike, and bought Bitcoin at like $300 or $400, right? Eventually it went to $250, and I bought some then. But you know, and now most of my Bitcoin is all diversified into other assets. I don't really have a whole lot of Bitcoin anymore. I'm still pretty leveraged into the top cryptos, though. I'm not too terribly worried about the state of things. Oh, there we are. This is why I want to see 2 panels. Like if I was to redesign the UI for the missions, I would get rid of all of this little symbol with the little 1 next to it, and I would just put the 1 right either next to this or next to the reward, right, on this side. So I would get rid of however many pixels worth of space this is. Cut that, slide that whole thing over, you know, whatever that is, 150 pixels or 100 pixels, let's say, and then there's a lot of space right here. This is dead space. So I would clean up this, and I would get rid of another 25 pixels or whatever. And then I would have the active missions right next to it, right? Or on the other side of it. And I would have 3 panels. You can definitely squeeze in 3 panels, right? If you clicked missions and you got rid of this, and you had another one, and then when you clicked on whatever it was, that this maybe was a pop-up or something, like, I would definitely redo this, because the fact that you can't see these half the time is kind of annoying. And you have to scroll down every time to see, and you forget that your stuff is there. All right? So let's get paid. That's good. Let's see, what is this one? DR1 particle. 5 overseers. That's a lot. We're good. Yeah, side by side would work, right? Hey, but you know, hindsight is a bitch, but it is also, I've found it to be very helpful, because every wave of people that come in, they end up doing similar things. And so either you help teach them to avoid those things, or you know that when the spike goes, to catch it on the way back down, and that it's not going to go to infinity and beyond, right? So you got to do what you can do and try to help people, but you can't, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So as you pick up items along the way, right, you construct stuff, and you can get the recovery of resources in the blueprints, right? Look at this, Galtronium steel rods, 210. So like, this is a good way to get resources of things that you might need in case you can't get it by mining, right? So maybe you have a bunch of these Reaper AGG 200s, and you're like, I'm never gonna use them. They're a 2x2. They take up a lot of room on my ship, and they don't do very much damage. But look at that, they have some components that I need, so I'll just deconstruct. And if you don't want the blueprint, because you're not going to ever create or manufacture them, you can get 50%. So man, boom, right? So maybe this will allow you to create other stuff in the game. If you have 50 of these, you've created over time and collected, you can deconstruct them and get a bunch of resources for. So, we were going to undock. And we need to go, we finished these missions. Oh, let's check our dudes. We almost left them behind. That's the other thing. I wish that it would automatically, when you accepted a mission, put the either quest item or the personnel directly on your ship. I can see why you don't, because sometimes you don't always want to, because some ships don't also have it. Like my harvester doesn't even have space on it. I have to add a module so I can take personnel. But sometimes I pick up or pay for the personnel, and then when I hop into the harvester or into the horizon, then I'll go pick up those personnel and run the personnel missions, because the ship is faster and can hold more people. So now I have basically all of the people that I want in one ship, and basically I can just handle everything from one ship. We should probably just, there we go. So this one? Yeah.
Slipstream initiated.
Yeah, this is on low graphics too. So I was trying to keep the computer from overheating earlier, but it didn't seem to help. But opening up the windows and the door, and getting a nice breeze going through here, at least a little breeze going through here. It's been a little chilly for me, but I'd rather have a little chilly for me and the computer not blow up on me. Alright, 43 beta. So see, this is what I was talking about. It doesn't cost anything to activate this gate. And we're basically jumping 40 light years for free. And if we were going to do this, we couldn't, most of the time you can't even queue jump that far, because people don't have the modules in order to be able to do that. So, hey, I just got a notice in the chat that this is the first time I've had 100 messages in a chat in a single session. So I don't get a lot of followers, but this is definitely one of the areas I like to spend my time. Okay, so Paragon 2. No, Novataris. This one. There we go. And we're gonna head to that one. We're gonna pick up our entertainers, and then we I think we're gonna call it a night. So let's see. Let's open up what we were talking about here with the ships. Okay, so there's two kinds of ships.
Destination reached.
Let's just pull up all the ships. Okay, so there's First Fleet, so the FF ships, and then there's mass production, right? So here's a good example all on one page. So here's the Destroyer FF. The Destroyer FF has an infinite amount of reclaims. So it can get blown up an infinite amount of times, and you always get it back. The Destroyer MP does not. It only has 2 insurance policies essentially built into it. And, you know, it can blow up once, and you can go and claim it back. If it blows up again, that's it. It's gone. So after 1.0, permaloss will happen, and it's going to get really interesting when people start losing hundreds of dollars worth of ships, and how that's going to play out. I think it's going to get some people are going to get really pissed off. It's going to get really ugly. But I think it's all part of the game, right? It's just part of the economy. There's going to be pirates you're going to have to avoid. So, yeah, I think. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Crypto Aces. I hope you get a chance to play. If you need some help or pointers or whatever, there's lots of people in the Discord. You can always find me as well. But that's part of the problem is that some ships can get blown up, and you can lose them permanently. So, like, yeah, if you look at the FF, it'll say unlimited replication, right? So it's a pretty good, it could be a really good investment if you want to play a significant amount of time. Plus, the first fleet ships give you the blueprints in order to create other ships. So the Harvester MP is a direct copy of the Harvester FF, and I have a Harvester FF. I bought this a long time ago because I was interested in getting a ship that wouldn't get blown up, because after playing Fleet Command and losing a ship and losing a bunch of resources and losing a bunch of stuff in a game where I'd only spent like, I don't know, $150, I was really upset. And I was like, well, I don't want that to happen again. So I forked out more money for this ship so that I could create these and then have one that I know would never get completely destroyed, and that gives me some peace of mind at night or when I'm out in the universe. So lots of good stuff. If anybody has any questions or wants to chat more about it, happy to help, pointers or whatever. And if you're looking for Steam keys, I got you. So thanks again, everybody, for coming in, and hope to see you guys at a real meetup soon, one of these days, in person. I have a feeling by midsummer, like probably middle of June, this will all be like completely back to normal to some degree, and people will be back out and about, and I hope that everyone's staying safe and take care of each other and be nice to one another. Time is short. We don't know how long we all have, and it's important that we do things the right way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got more stuff to give away on more streams, so tune back, because I think I was hoping to get more than 10 people in here tonight. I was gonna open up the box they gave me. I have like some shirts and some other stuff to get away. So once you guys kind of get some, I was trying to get some more new players in here. So let's recruit some new players and get some people in here. So I still got Steam keys to give away. All right, everybody. Thanks again for coming. Hope to see you in the galaxy. All right, everybody. Take care.